Good morning, Coldwell Banker Premier Realty Superstars. We are just a few minutes before getting started. It's exciting to be here, and I look forward to a wonderful event. Look, we have got our award celebration and our very special guest speaker, Mr. Todd Herman, author of The Alter Ego Effect. All coming up in just a few minutes, but until then, hey, sit back and let's celebrate our premier service providers for their wonderful service over the last year. Let's thank them for what they do as they'll come up on the screen. See you in a few minutes.
Hold on, girl, now wait just a minute. I've got something to say, you should hear it. Oh, I'm happy to make time for your feelings, but you have to admit I already do. Let's just break it down to you and me uptown, dancing all around till the disco ball pops. But I have to be me, and everyone can see your anger is misplaced, and I'm gonna tell ya, don't hate me 'cause I get attention. Don't turn me into what I'm not. I have to be me 24/7, and I ain't never gonna stop. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. No, oh, oh, oh. And I ain't never gonna stop. Come on. Listen to me. I've tried so many times to tell you this is as good as.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this?
Good morning, and welcome to the Coldwell Banker Premier Realty Award Celebration, coming to you virtually for the very first time. Let's kick off today's festivities and join me with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And you know the slogan, 2021, listings make the engine run. That's right. And Coldwell Banker, we never stop moving. We have a special national anthem performance for you this morning from the Green Valley Campus Sales Associate and professional performer, Miss Rita Fisher. Take it away.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and the bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, the brave.
Thank you for tuning into the Coldwell Banker Premier Realty News Update for 2020 and 2021.
Good morning. We're your host. I'm Molly Hamrick.
And I'm Devin Reese.
Streaming to you not from the Smith Center, but live from the CBPR Fake Newsroom.
Let's get started. But before we do recap last year, Molly, do you remember anything that happened at all before March 17th of 2020?
You know, Devin, I don't.
Neither do I, so let's start right there.
Perfect.
As we are all aware, COVID quickly changed the way we did business in almost every way. On March 18th, we transitioned exclusively to working and living online. Within a matter of days, 100% of CBPR meetings and classes went virtual. And our Zoom stock also went through the roof. Did you have a Zoom stock?
I didn't, but I sure wish I did.
Oh, me too. Coldwell Banker Premier Realty hosted 510 classes and workshops, totaling 687 hours of education for over 8,000 participants. If we include our at-home co-workers, that number well exceeded 9,000. On the other hand, if we remove those that we bored to sleep during our Zoom meetings, that number would be reduced by 75. We brought in special guest speakers from across the city and the country, including the man, the vest, the legend, CBPR president and CEO, Ryan Gorman. He's just the president of CB, not CBPR. Sorry, Bob.
That's me.
Molly. We've heard rumors that our video library became the new CBPR Netflix, and technology challenges did not stop us. I'm confident 2020's most repeated phrase was, "You're muted," followed by, "You're still muted." Remember the entertaining faces of the internet frozen zone?
I do.
Yep, I do too. And CBPR's in-person events were forced into postponement, such as the Builder Expo, Client Appreciation Night, our Chairman's Club Gala, and even the 22nd annual Professional Day Drinkers event, also known as the CBPR Golf Classic. Luckily, however, we were able to transition the day drinking into our own homes. Cheers, Molly.
I'll drink to that. Thanks, Devin. Also, direct deposits became a necessity, and we were able to get 100% of the title companies to wire commissions to us. Nearly every agent enjoyed the time savings in having their commissions directly deposited into their accounts. We all realize how much easier it is to do business this way, and we look forward to keeping these efficiencies going forward. Now, agent ledger statements were also newly accessible through IQ Office and can be reviewed, paid, and downloaded anytime through the platform. If you have any questions about these financial processes, email accounting@cbvegas.com, and they'll get back to you within, 6 to 8 weeks, Devin?
Sounds right.
Thank you to our amazing accounting, central processing, and transaction coordination departments for helping us make this rapid shift to quick, paperless transactions and wired accounting. Now, our work life exceeded the new scale of business casual, and the 7 habits of highly effective people productivity quadrants made a major U-turn as the home reality set in, as at-home reality set in. And so the CBPR 2020 productivity work quadrants were established. Things I need, things I have, Wi-Fi, couch, coffee, check. Things I need, things I don't have, any sort of work ethic. Things I don't need and things I have, any and unrivaled ability to procrastinate.
There's my quadrant.
And things I don't need and things I don't have, pants. This last theory was proved through the various stages of virtual meeting attire by our chairman and CEO, Bob Hamrick.
I did notice the telltale sign that shower days were far less frequent, and our boardroom and classrooms turned into our dining rooms. Molly, what exactly is in those coffee cups anyway?
Devin, I think that's tequila.
Oh, I'll drink to that. Moving to more accomplishments. The CBPR Concierge Program was rebranded CBPR Premier Services Providers and grew by 20%. We've never had a better lineup of service providers. Thank you to all of our amazing partner companies. In early last year, we aligned with an IT company, Circle Twice, who has made vast improvements to our technology, and most importantly, we've all felt a heightened level of IT support. Coldwell Banker Commercial Premier opened its doors this summer after welcoming the Nassif team earlier in the year. We are proud to have 10 pure commercial agents with our sister firm, and with the way the market is trending, we're anticipating a monumental 2021 for production and attracting other great commercial agents, mostly because Molly's the president of this company too. Molly.
Thank you, Devin. And as you all know, both national and local marketing efforts were ramped up in 2020. The Coldwell Banker brand yet again sold the most $1 million plus homes out of any other brokerage globally, with 27,595 transactions. And locally, our firm substantially increased our own luxury presence with a 72% increase in year-over-year luxury sales. We also welcomed several new global luxury certified agents. The latest global luxury certification course was conducted this week, and we know there will be more CBPR agents that become specialists this year. As a leader in the social media market, our global brand reached almost 300 million people, resulting in over 5 million engagements. Launching Back At You Social Media Center, which posts automatic content, over 180 Coldwell Banker Premier Realty sales associates have been able to make over 30,000 social media posts with 2.5 million impressions, almost 70,000 engagements, resulting in over 160 leads to you. And the sexy new CBPR listing presentation was unveiled along with the North Star Agent Branding Collection featuring agent logos and email signatures. And we're anticipating the next phase of customized branding, including social media graphics, stories, website photos, and more. There's certainly more to come in the marketing world for CBPR. And Devin, who has the best marketing department?
It's Berkshire.
Oh, no, we do. It's the Star Squad.
Just kidding, of course. In the middle of the year, we began to reopen, got excited about getting out of our homes, and it was like someone left the gate open. CBPR agents celebrated America with farming flags. We hosted a 4-week production Olympics resulting in 85 closings. December's annual Text the Halls resulted in almost 1,500 texts being sent, and no do not call violations were under our holiday tree for the year. And the CBPR trash-talking football pool almost went to the harassment side of legal, but Jeff Hamilton kept his cheating streak alive and was awarded top prize again. It's amazing what can be done when you're forced into prospecting, isn't it, Molly?
It sure is, Devin. And don't forget that one of our biggest endeavors was opening our all-new Green Valley campus location that we hope to have a grand opening party on the rooftop for all of CBPR.
Yet another day drinking event, Molly?
Absolutely.
I'm on it. CBPR has now been forced to turn Molly's former office into a room just for our 2020 awards and recognition. This year, CBPR has achieved from our corporate service relationships platinum recognition for Realty for the 7th year in a row, Navy Federal Credit Union Spirit Bell Award, the Celestial Award and Realty's 5-Star and Top Tier Achiever Award, and Homefront Old Glory Flag awarded by Realty Military Rewards. Whether or not you are part of these programs, you should be using them in your client presentations to brag about being affiliated with the city's best brokerage, but also feel free to use them on Tinder for that extra edge. Allison Wax's virtual efforts boosted CBPR's business relationships with 4 new large accounts in the Las Vegas Valley. She's also finalizing contracts for an additional 2 major accounts to be announced shortly. Now let's take a minute to brag on you all. Mike Moretti was named LVR's Realtor of the Month in March. Joel Lifshutz was elected LVR MLS Board of Director. Stephanie Grant was elected to the LVR Board of Directors and appointed to the NVAR Board of Directors. Neil Schwartz also serves on the NVAR Board of Directors. You've been to those meetings.
I have.
My co-anchor here was appointed to the chair of the Property Management Presidential Advisory Group and will be serving on that throughout 2021. Word to the wise, don't complain or you'll get the job. Right, Molly?
Oh, isn't that true, Devin?
Too much tequila?
Wine this time. Tammy Pitts continues to serve on the NVR Bylaws and Policy Committee and has been appointed to the 2021 RNPF Committee. She still doesn't know what those letters mean, but hey, I hear she's doing a great job. Also in 2020, Bob started his 2-year term as the chair for the Nevada Realtor Political Action Committee. And my co-chair, Devin, was the chair of Board PAC, but let's not forget, after 4 years, Devin still hasn't finished his 2nd year as president of the Real Estate Commission. And I guess term limits don't apply, and neither does simple math.
That's a Nevada thing. The His and Hers Awards presented to Bob and Molly were shared in a December sales meeting. Bob received the Nolan Reese Award, I like that name, and Molly with the Realtor Achievement Award. Bob also earned his AARP Emeritus Award for being a realtor for over 40 years, and now he'll be doing his absolute favorite thing in the world, saving money, because he no longer has to pay national, state, or local realtor dues.
What a lucky guy. I've got another 10 years before I hit that milestone, but hey, in many ways, 2020 was a challenging year for us all. Company social events morphed into homeschooling. Happy hours went from restaurants to backyards.
That's something I can definitely cheers to. You're going to need a bigger glass.
You're going to need a smaller one. There it is. Families living out of state didn't get enough time together. While families living in the same house, Devin, they probably got too much time together. The money we saved on eating out was reinvested in our power bills, toilet paper, and hand sanitizer. On a more serious note, there was a brief lull in production affecting a number of agents within CBPR and in our market. The virus struck our homes, our friends, and our families. And finally, the unexpected passing of Green Valley sales associate Pam Malloy hit our hearts.
In many ways, 2020 was also very noteworthy in a positive way. The CBPR leadership team got a boost with some amazing new developments. The conversion of some of our top producing agents to join our sales management team. Brenda Fisher has been a great addition to our stellar sales management boy band of Mike Oliver and Alan Shalaheda. Jackie Wright said yes to more hours and less pay since moving from sales to management. and has been earning her keep at the Centennial Hills campus and hasn't been written up even once yet. Our entire sales management team, as you know, has been working tirelessly to ensure our agents are supported and coached and that your transactions close. CBPR's group coaching program has been elevated with the addition of the Horizon Collective, containing our up-and-comers. The next level is setting an amazing pace, and our top 35 superstars have been participating as guest speakers in our THC and TNL sessions and enjoying their own group coaching masterminds as well. We've all felt the vibe of our new tribe, sales associates, to Coldwell Banker Premier Realty, welcoming over 80 new sales associates. Entering real estate from various real estate industries, these quality individuals are thriving. Because of our sales management team and each of our hard-working sales associates and teams, CBPR saw the highest per-person production yet again, with nearly 12 units and $4.4 million in closed sales volume per agent compared to our subpar competitors. Well done, everyone. Molly.
Boy, Devin, I've never been more excited for our agents. And here's more. We increased our property management accounts to servicing over 400 homeowners during one of the toughest periods historically. Thank you to our hardworking PM team for not quitting their very important jobs. Our developer services division secured over 200 developer services listings for CBPR. Hans and Franz, you never stop pumping us up with opportunities. Now let me nerd out for a bit on production numbers. CBPR's first quarter was up 33% in gross commission income. There was a very minor decline of 23% in the second quarter, affected by the pause in the economy. Yet the decline only lasted 30 days and was bolstered by the next two great quarters. CBPR's third and fourth quarters then rebounded in a big way, and we were up over 20%. We had the largest fourth quarter historically for CBPR and ended the year with a 44% increase in listings and a 37% increase in sales for December alone. Let's just say that 2021 is staying with this productivity trend, and we listed 51% more homes over last January, most selling within days. We're listing and lasting, Hamrick, and we're all proud of you and all of your accomplishments. Now let's talk feathers in our caps. No matter our production, the biggest kudos has been our client reviews. In 2020, over 650 responded to our survey request, and 100% gave you 5 stars. Your clients love you. They really, really do, and CBPR does too. It's apparent that nobody took a holiday last year. The holidays were truly no holiday in 2020. This summer's slogan will be, work hard, play hard, take some time off, but not too much.
That sounds like Bob. As we wrap this up and look forward into 2021, the CBPR coveted annual real estate report is getting its finishing touches and will be out by the end of this month. As promised, our iBuyer report synopsizing 2020's instant offer activity is also due out shortly. Next month, Coldwell Banker National will be returning its commercials to the March Madness College Basketball Tournament, along with brand advertising on major cable programming. Coldwell Banker is also planning their coveted Gen Blue Conference this year in October, and our new online world will allow for more streaming options for their educational and social sessions. We are all chomping at the bit to get back to our most interactive events back on the calendar for 2021, the Golf Classic, quarterly best dinners, client appreciation night, and of course, Thanksgiving potlucks.
That's right, Devin. I'm already putting my orders in for sweet potato casserole at all the campuses.
And the finale being our live 2022 award celebration back at the Smith Center and back to bacon. Bob has learned that virtual events are not all bad, so we'll continue to enjoy many of our virtual sales meetings, coachings, and educational events online as well as in person.
Wow. 2020 was an unbelievable year, and CBPR is poised for an even greater 2021. With all the market factors at play, we anticipate production will exceed even the highs of last year.
We want to take just one last minute to congratulate our award winners. We'll be celebrating today's awards presentation, and we'll be watching and cheering you on, hopefully all with your pants on.
Yes, Coming to you live, not from the Smith Center. Stay well, and we'll see you soon.
Cheers to everybody.
Cheers to all of you.
Now let's toss it back over to our chairman and CEO over in the corporate campus on the main stage, Mr. Bob Hamrick.
Good morning, Coldwell Banker Premier Realty Superstars. Good morning again. Wow, that was a wonderful opening for a great session that we are about to enjoy. We have been planning this event for several months. And I got to be honest with you, if there's one thing that I was fearing through this entire process, it was me coming out from this podium and being able to show you that I am actually wearing a full suit. And ladies and gentlemen, when I went into my closet as late as possible last night because I was fearing this process, I found one and I picked it out, and guess what? It kind of fits. Thanks for spandex and new suits. So it has been an amazing year. I want to thank Molly and Devin for that wonderful effort in sharing all this great information with all of you. And to just add on one additional point from Molly's presentation from the nerd category, Coldwell Banker Premier Realty hit a milestone that we have not hit before since 2006. And that is 1 billion with a B in sales production. So congratulations to everyone that caused that result to happen. It was a very interesting, unprecedented, as we love to say now, year where we all pivoted, another word, around to be able to accomplish what we accomplished. But sincerely, you did an amazing job in doing what you do and helping people buy and sell real estate and work so hard to adjust to the changing times. None of us could have predicted what took place, and all of us responded in an extremely positive way. So I congratulate you all as we begin the process of congratulating everyone else. Rita Fisher, that was an amazing national anthem. Thank you so much. Folks, we have got talent beyond sales within Coldwell Banker Premier Realty. That was excellent to hear. So welcome to all of you that are watching privately or that are joining us in our social areas for a watch party within our 3 campuses where there is breakfast and bacon. Yeah, baby, there's bacon in there, and that's how we usually get you to show up. So glad that you are here. We have got a lot to cover. Want to remind you that our CBPR 2021 Award Celebration Program Flickbook is going to be available today, so you will all have access to that. And we encourage you to leverage that and any other awards that you are recognized for today or anything else. Leverage social media to take advantage of that and let your friends and family know what you are participating in this morning. So to be able to give them the time that they deserve with our current abbreviated format, we will be presenting additional awards within our sales meetings coming up, and one of those awards is going to be our Customer Service Award, so stand by for that and a few others as we proceed. So we have some very special guests joining us today. One is the very special Marilyn Squitieri, who's joining us virtually. We are excited to have her and hear from her in a few minutes. Marilyn Squitieri, thank you so much for joining us, as you always do every year. And next, we have the top brass from Coldwell Banker Corporation, led by Mr. Ryan Gorman.
Awesome. The Coldwell Banker Premier Realty Annual Award Celebration, hottest ticket in town. We are thrilled to be here. Hello, folks.
Excellent. Thanks, Ryan. We look forward to hearing from you in a few minutes. And finally, we have got our very special guest, Mr. Todd Herman, author of The Alter Ego Effect. Todd, take it away.
Hi, everyone. It's Todd Herman here, coming to you from New York City, and I'm excited to be with you all today. I'm excited for the awards show that's ahead, and I'll be coming to you in the next hour or so to talk to you about the power of an alter ego to help transform your real estate life.
Here, here. Thank you, Todd. We appreciate you, and we look forward to hearing some wonderful information from you. I actually have some glasses that might cause him to think that I'm read that alter ego book. That's right. I've got the Clark Kent glasses. All right, so we have got a fabulous event for you over the next 45-ish minutes. We're going to be recognizing a whole lot of people for their accomplishments in 2020, so let's get started. I want to start by saying it, again, has been an amazing year, and we have done a tremendous job, all of you, in being able to support your clients. And you are our clients, and I think you'll agree that our leadership team has done an amazing job in serving you and your clients this year, adjusting to moving and going from home and doing the things necessary to cause you to be pleased with what we are doing for you and your clients. So it was a few years ago when we fired all of our employees and hired them back as leaders. And that leadership team has done an amazing job in 2020 to be able to help all of you accomplish your goals. So we want to applaud and recognize every 2 years of support and service to the leadership team and sales associates of Coldwell Banker Premier Realty. So our first award is recognizing these individuals, and we have a lot to recognize. So ladies and gentlemen, join me in thanking and congratulating for the 2-year recognition, Miss Chelsea Coffey, Melissa Fama-Fliss, Eric Larimore, and Allison Wax. And in the next category of 6 years, Bei Duong, Sean Hill, and Jennifer Montgomery. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. And in the 8-year category, Billy Jacala, Greg Duffield, and his son, James Duffield. Thank you all for your service to Coldwell Banker Premier Realty. And in our next slide, we're going to go to 12 years and 20 years. And in the 12-year category, congratulations and thank you to John McClellan and Marisol Valenzuela. And in the 20-year category, thanks and congratulations also to Ricky Flores and Annie Manderscheid. We appreciate your service to Coldwell Banker Premier Realty. Okay, category is staying with our leadership team and recognizing individuals awarded to the senior and junior leadership team member who has had the largest impact on the successful performance of the company and their department or office. Consideration is given to attitude, productivity, and excellent service standards. So we have 3 awards to pass out here, and I want you to help me in recognizing our junior team recognition. We have 2 individuals to award in this category. From our property management division, Miss Chelsea Coffey. Thank you, Chelsea, and congrats. And in our central processing department, Miss Tiffany Brumfeld. Tiffany and Chelsea, congratulations to you. We appreciate you so very much, and you served our community and our company extremely well. Okay, so the next category is our senior team recognition, and this goes to someone who oversees a department that everyone within Coldwell Banker Premier Realty agreed did an amazing job in supporting us last year, and that is our Star Squad marketing department. And the recognition goes to Miss Melissa Fama-Fliss, the Senior Director of Marketing. Melissa, congratulations to you, and we sincerely appreciate everything that you have done for Coldwell Banker Premier Realty. Excellent stuff. Leaders of Coldwell Banker Premier Realty, great work. Okay. So we are getting ready to go through some additional recognition for everyone. And the first category, we know we talk a lot about buying and we talk a lot about selling, and that's the way to make money in the real estate business. But guess what? We also make money by referring, and we also serve by causing our clients to know that we can help them with their real estate needs anywhere in the world. And many of you have done a great job of causing that to happen, and we want to recognize you now. Our Outgoing Referral Excellence Award is awarded to sales associates and teams with 3 or more closed outgoing referrals. So ladies and gentlemen, help me congratulate Stephanie Bullock, the Kaori Guerrera team, the Mike McNamara team, and the Mike McNamara Group, and they had 5 outgoing referrals, which was the top number, along with Wanda Mullen, Alan Shayla Hayda, and Jackie Wright. Now branch manager of our Centennial Hills campus. Jackie, enjoy this because this is the last time you're going to get this recognition. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you for your outgoing referrals. Okay, so the next category is what I refer to as the Consistency Awards. And the Consistency Awards are just that, recognizing individuals for doing business, conducting business in every single month of the year. Molly mentioned earlier that it has been tough, and we had a significant drop-off of production, obviously due to the pandemic. But these individuals continue to produce and figure out how to get points on the board regardless. So the first area of recognition is our Circle of Honor Sales, awarded to sales associates and teams with a minimum of 1 open buyer or open listing sold each month. So in that category, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 2 screens worth of individuals to recognize. First, Jill Allegre, Brandon Butel, Jennifer Graff, Christopher Huff, Clark Hyat Ong, and the Kiefer Lester team. Congratulations to all of you on your consistent sales performance in 2020. And on screen 2 is Cameron Kilday, Nick Lehman, Joel Lifshutz, Mike Mathiasen, Skip Schifrin, Jesse Serrani, Matt Steiner, Diane Barnay, Alex Vasquez, and Laura Lee Wood. Again, congratulations to you on your consistent performance in the sales category in 2020. Great stuff for you. Okay, the next category is our Circle of Honor listings, and this is those individuals that conducted or took at least 1 listing every single month. And guess what? It is a goose egg. It's a goose egg. Nobody accomplished this award. Would you like to know why? Because of the next award. It is very difficult to put listings on the board and not also have sales. And you experienced that last year for sure and are experiencing it now. So the Circle of Excellence Award is recognizing sales associates and teams with a minimum of 1 open buyer or open listing and 1 new listing taken each month. And in this category, again, challenging through the pandemic and the earlier parts of the pandemic, but we have 4 amazing individuals to recognize here, and that is Brenda Fisher, the Kaori Guerrera team, Tina Mello, and the Moretti team. Congratulations to the 4 entities that accomplished that in 2020. Great job and great work. Congratulations to you all. Okay. The next category, how are we doing, huh? Is this going too fast, too slow? What's going on? Yeah! So the next category is our qualified sales specialist, and I refer to the next few awards as efficiency awards. We created these awards a few years ago to recognize individuals for their efficiency. And as you can see, this award is recognizing sales associates and teams with at least 12 opened sales and less than 5% cancellation rate. In other words, what we open closes, and that is great for you and obviously great for the clients that you represent because they want to know that the deal is going to get done. So in that category, we have got a large group of people to recognize. So congratulations to Nisha Bunnell, Kim Chitwood, Gary Eglin, Scott Gershman, Regana Kuma Henry, Stacy Pepley, David Riedel, and Alan Shayla Hayda. Congratulations to all of you. I see you on the screen. You look amazing. Great stuff on your efficiency. Hey, the next category is still in that same area, but it's 100%. It's the 100%ers, the individuals that had 100% or 0 cancellations. 100% cancellation, that would not be recognized. 0 cancellation. So congratulations to the following people: the Duffield Levecki Group, Marta Jones Carmody, Cheryl O'Brien, Mark Rink, and Felicia Struhl. Ladies and gentlemen, these individuals had 100% closing rate on the transactions that they opened. Congratulations to you. Woohoo! So, continuing with our efficiency recognition, the next category is our qualified listing specialist. And this is awarded to sales associates and teams with at least 12 listings taken and 0 expired or withdrawn listings. That obviously says a lot, and in our marketplace, that we see that is happening a lot as well, a lack of expireds and withdrawns, but it's also happening. So congratulations to these 2 screen worths of individuals who had 12 listings taken and 0 or more, and 0 expireds or withdrawns. Starting with Brandon Butel, Paula Burleson, Ginger Campbell, Jim Croto, the Crowder team, Brenda Fisher, the Greg Clemens team, and the Hallerman team. Congratulations to all of you. Hi, Paula. Yeah. Nice to see you all, and congrats. And the next group is Cameron Kilday, Mike Oliver, Alan Shalaheda, Lori Smith, Jesse Serrani, Jody Tyra, Nanette Verdeen, Zachary Walker-Lieb, and Laura Lee Wood. Congratulations to all of you on this amazing accomplishment. Hi, Nanette. I just saw you. Mwah, mwah. So that is great stuff. Hey, it's fun doing this a little bit differently. I sure wish that we were together, but it's kind of interesting doing it this way too. So the next category is for income and closing. And so this is our income awards in different categories. And the first is our Sterling Society. It's awarded to sales associates with at least $120,000 in gross commission income or 18 closed transactions. And we have a long list of people to recognize here, 2 screens worth, so let's go. Gary Eglin, Scott Gershman, Adrian Gessner, Myra Hatton, Rhonda Hecker, Christopher Huff, Ron Johnson, and Regana Kuman Henry. Regana and everyone else, congratulations to you on the screen. Wave at me, wave, wave, Gary, yay, okay. And the next group in this same category is Wanda Mullen, Mike Oliver, David Riedel, Mark Rink, Sharice Ascente, Lisa Simpson, Lori Smith, and Dawn Tafuli. Congratulations to all of you. Hey, Wanda baby. Wanda baby, that's my girl. All right, congratulations to all of you. The next category is still Sterling Society, but Sterling Society team. And when we go to the team category, it kicks it up a notch. And this is awarded to only 15% of the sales associates and teams worldwide. Awarded to teams with at least 350,000 in 1 to 3 member category, or 450,000 in 4+ in gross commission income, or 55 to 70 closed units. And in that category, ladies and gentlemen, there are only 2 individuals, 2 teams that earned that category. So congratulations to the Crowder team and the Mike McNamara group. Congratulations to both of you. Hey, Mike. Whoa. Hi, Carol. Oh, yeah, baby. What are you watching back there? Is that? Okay, that's us. Okay. Congratulations to Diamond Society team category winners. The next category is Diamond Society. Did I say, no, I think I said Diamond. I meant Sterling. Okay, stick with me. The next category is Diamond Society, and membership represents the top 10% of individuals and teams worldwide. It's awarded to sales associates with at least $165,000 in gross commission income, or 25 closed units. And in that category, we again have 2 screen worths of recognition. So help me congratulate Sarah Cadiz, Jordan Kochi, Jim Croto, Vicki England, Jason Garcia, Jennifer Graff, Stephen Kwasneski, Katie Larrabee, Mike Mathiasen, Cheryl O'Brien, and Mark Peevler. Congratulations to all of you. Mike Mathiasen, you made it, buddy. Thanks. Didn't know if you would be able to. And Jason, nice to see you, buddy. So congratulations to all of you. And the next screen's worth is Robin Riedel, Diane Rowe, Carly Sandoval, Lily Shines, Matt Steiner, Rick Thompson, Jody Tyra, Alex Vasquez, Nancy Wong, and Jackie Wright. Congratulations to all of you. Nice to see you all. Hi, Nancy. You look fabulous. Mwah, mwah. Rick Thompson, you look amazing. And he's serving our country, ladies and gentlemen. Unable to be with us live, but serving our country. We appreciate you. The next category is our President's Circle Award. And membership represents the top 5% of individuals and teams worldwide. It's awarded to sales associates with at least $245,000 in gross commission income or 35 closed transactions. We again have 2 screens worth of individuals to recognize in this category. So help me congratulate the following people: Jill Allegre, Paula Burleson, Ginger Campbell, Kim Chitwood, Vanessa Hamrick, Nicole Levine, and Joel Lifshutz. Hey, Paula Burleson is drinking the champagne mimosas, baby. Hi, Nicole. Joel, nice to see you. Kim, congratulations to all of you. That is amazing. And the second screen's worth: Alan Shayla Hayda, Jesse Serrani, Felicia Struhl, Jen Taylor, Diane Varney, and Nanette Verdine. Congratulations to you. Jesse, I saw you just got a kiss, girlfriend. That's awesome. Mwah. Rick, nice to see you there too. Congratulations to that category. And the next one is President's Circle Teams. And this also represents 5% of individuals and teams worldwide. And it's awarded to teams with at least $625,000 in 1 to 3 members, or $750,000 or more for 4 members in gross commission income, or 85 to 105 closings. Just wow. And we have people that are in that category. 3 teams that fit that category this year in 2020. Help me congratulate the Hicks Richburg team, the Kaori Guerrera team, and the Kiefer Lester team. Congratulations to all of you amazing people. I don't see them. Sometimes they just say, Bob, move on. They're not in my ear, but I'm kind of feeling it. They're saying, Bob, move on. So I'll move on. But congratulations to you. The next category is President's Elite. And it is membership represents the top, that's President's Circle. President's Elite. Membership represents the top 3% of individuals, of individuals worldwide. It's awarded to sales associates with at least $400,000 in gross commission income, or 55 closed units. Wow, amazing accomplishment to our President's Elite members on the individual category. Ladies and gentlemen, help me congratulate the following people: Brandon Butel, Brenda Fisher, Clark Kyat Ong, Cameron Kilday, Nick Lehman, Tina Mello, Hannah Dam Nardelli, Zachary Walkalib, and Laura Lee Wood. Congratulations to all of you. Proud of you for your hard work and efforts, and thanks to all of you for joining us. That is awesome. Okay, so we've got obviously still several awards to recognize. We're going to shift to the newer agent category now. And at Coldwell Banker Premier Realty, we recognized many, many years ago that there are those agents that enter the real estate business, not rookies yet because they haven't enjoyed the end of their first year, but they've done a great job of putting points on the board and proving that they are going to be a great success in future years. And so we created the Horizon Award, and it's awarded to new sales associates within their first year with Coldwell Banker Premier Realty who achieve an average of $3,000 in gross commission income in each month since their association, prior to achieving their 1-year anniversary with our company. I'm excited to recognize several people in that category, so let's get started. Miss Nancy Contreras, Carly Corpodian, Jeannie Frederick, Sarah Fusco, Angela Lingenfelder, Andrew, Heidi Locatel, Andy Medina, Hector Melchor, and Stephanie Rivera. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, on your accomplishments. That is awesome. You are well on your way to killing it in 2021, and we look forward to supporting you and making that happen. It's time for our Rookie of the Year, an accomplishment that everyone strives for when they first get in the real estate business. They want to be the best new agent out there. It only happens to one. It's going to happen to 3 today as we discuss and recognize our second and first runner-up, as well as our Rookie of the Year. This is awarded to the first-year sales associates with the highest gross commission income within their first 12 months in their real estate business. And I'm excited to recognize, before we do, all of those individuals historically that were Rookies of the Year for Coldwell Banker Premier Realty. Look at this amazing list of individuals that you see that are still around killing it, doing great business because they hit the ground running when they first started. So congratulations to our past recipients, and now let's recognize 3 individuals in this category. I want to just clarify what this means and what this award is recognizing. And what this award is recognizing is individuals who ended their first year sometime in 2020. So they could have had their first year end in January of 2020. So this is who we're going to be recognizing. And in the second runner-up category, from our Green Valley campus, congratulations to Vanessa Weston. Congratulations, Vanessa. Great stuff. Well-deserved. Great work. And in the first runner-up category, also from our Green Valley campus, Miss Kim Chitwood. Congratulations to Vanessa and Kim. Yeah, babies. Great job. So proud of you. You've done an amazing job in starting your career. Good work. And you've taken it to the next level already, as I know you're no longer rookies. Okay, here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear that drum roll? The Rookie of the Year for 2020 is an individual that we have applauded many times for multiple reasons. And this year has been one of the most challenging for all of us, but especially for parents who have children who were taken out of school and were caused to be teachers in addition to real estate agents. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a clean sweep for the Green Valley campus in the rookie category. The Rookie of the Year for Coldwell Banker Premier Realty is Miss Katie Larrabee. Katie, congratulations to you. I want to see Katie. Show me Katie. Show me Katie. Show me Katie. Show me Katie. Katie. All right, Katie. Congratulations to you. You have done an amazing job in starting your career. Okay, the next category. There she is! Oh my gosh, Katie! Nice to see you. Congratulations. And she has one of her students right there with her. That's correct. All right, the next category is Blue Centennial Award. And it's awarded to sales associates who reach the milestone of $100,000 in gross commission income for their first time at Coldwell Banker Premier Realty. This can be a brand new agent or an experienced agent, but I certainly recall the first year that I achieved $100,000. By the way, that's $88.88 a month. $88.88 a month. So I specifically remember earning $100,000 and really feeling like I've accomplished stuff. And you have. And I believe, and we believe, that it is something that should be marked. And we have got several people to recognize in this Blue Centennial category. So ladies and gentlemen, help me congratulate Stephanie Bullock, the Duffield Levecki Group, Jason Garcia, Stephanie Grant, Christy Heil, Monique Caldy, Katie Larrabee, Todd Lemoyne, Mike Mathiasen, Belinda McNally, and Dawn Tafuli. Congratulations to all of you on your accomplishments in 2020. Hey Todd, how you doing? Jason, you really look sharp, buddy. You guys are looking great. Okay, the next category is our Skyrocket Award. And this is recognizing individuals that have taken their business to a significantly other level in this year. It's awarded to sales associates and teams with at least 2 years of tenure and at least 10 closings and who have increased their GCI at least 50% over the previous year. 50% increase in your GCI. That obviously says a lot, and so let's congratulate and recognize the following people. Stephanie Grant, Stephanie Bullock, Myra Hatton, Clark Kyat Ong, Cameron Kilday, Todd Lemoyne, and Nancy Wong. Congratulations to all of you. Hey, Clark. Hi, Stephanie. Todd, you're the man. Oh, my gosh. Myra. Aw, she's being applauded by her baby dog. You guys look amazing. Congratulations on that. But wait, ladies and gentlemen, we have got another recognition in that same category, because we're also going to recognize those individuals that not had a 50% increase, but a 100% increase in their gross commission income in the year of 2020 compared to their previous year. Wow. So here we go. Congratulations to Sarah Cadiz, to Sam Kokenauer, to Jim Croto, Christy Heil, and Belinda McNally. People, you're amazing. Congratulations. Hi, Mr. Croto. Hi, Belinda. Christy, welcome and congratulations, and thank you for being here. You doubled it, baby. You doubled it. All right, the next category is recognizing both tenure and production, and it is called our Senior Sales Associate. And the title is awarded to sales associates with more than $120,000 in gross commission income in each of any 3 years of continuous service with Coldwell Banker Premier Realty. These individuals are recognized as senior sales associates because they are just that. They've achieved a level of respect within our organization and leadership, frankly, where they share their ideas and share their suggestions with others to help others build their business. We appreciate everything that they do, and we have a pretty sizable fraternity of members that are senior sales associates already. And here they are. Congratulations to all of them. Amazing individuals that represent Coldwell Banker Premier Realty very well. Thank you all for what you do. But now let's recognize this year's first year senior sales associates with Coldwell Banker Premier Realty. And they are Brenda Fisher, Vanessa Hamrick, Myra Hatton, Rhonda Hecker, Christopher Huff, Ron Johnson, Nanette Verdine, Zachary Walkerly. What is that, Brenda? Congratulations to all you superstars. I love it. Congratulations to all of you on your accomplishments and becoming senior sales associates of Coldwell Banker Premier Realty. We appreciate you. Okay, the next category is, hey, have any of you noticed that I haven't taken a sip of water yet? I'm kind of noticing it. Tammy is in my ear saying, Bob, we don't have time for that. Okay, the next category is our associate vice presidents. And this is also recognizing tenure and production, but taken to the next level. Title is awarded to each sales associate with more than $240,000 in gross commission income in each of any 7 years of continuous service with Coldwell Banker Premier Realty. And I'd like to share with you that fraternity of individuals that are current sales associate vice presidents. And look at that amazing list. You know, when you're on that list, you've accomplished something in your real estate career. So congratulations to our current associate vice presidents. And it is time now to recognize 2 individuals that have achieved this current associate, that are now members of our associate vice presidents. Ladies and gentlemen, help me in congratulating Miss Carol Crowder and Hannah Dam Nardelli. Here, here. Congratulations, Carol. Hi, Hannah. Congratulations to you. Thanks for joining us, and thank you and congratulations on being associate vice presidents. Okay, we are working up to the big ones, ladies and gentlemen. It is time now to recognize our medalist group awards. And the medalists recognize the top 3 individuals and teams for the specific categories within all of Coldwell Banker Premier Realty for the year of 2020. So the bronze medalist group sales associates is awarded to the top 3 sales associates and teams with the highest number of open transaction units. This is in the sales category, and we will start and recognize both individuals and teams at the same time. So ladies and gentlemen, in the bronze category, 3rd top for sales throughout Coldwell Banker Premier Realty, from our Green Valley campus, Mr. Joel Lifshutz, as individuals, and from the team category, the Moretti team of our Centennial Hills campus, Hey, congrats and welcome. Nice to see you all. Congratulations to our bronze medalists. You guys are amazing. Okay, the next category is just kicking it up one notch from bronze to silver. Again, awarded to the top sales associates within that category. And in the silver category, in the individual category, from our Sahara campus, Hanadam Nardelli, and from our Green Valley campus, the Kiefer Lester team. Congratulations to you two. I want to see them. I want to see them. I want to see them. Show them to me. Show them. Show them. Show them. Show them. Show them. Hey, may not happen, but congratulations to you both. I saw you before. The next category is gold. The number one sales associate, individual and team for all of Coldwell Banker Premier Realty in 2020. It gives me great honor and pride to recognize these individuals from our Sahara campus. The number one sales agent individual is Clark Kiat Ong. Congratulations, Clark. Good for you. And the number one team in sales from our Centennial Hills campus, the Kaori Guerrera team. Congratulations to Kaori and Clark. What's up, Clark? Kaori is there, but I know maybe she needed a potty break. Hi, Kaori. Hey, look, she's good job, Clark. Congratulations to you in being the best. The next category is remaining in the medalist, and we're switching to listings. And it's awarded to the top three sales associates and teams with the highest number of listings taken. In the bronze category, congratulations to the individual from our Centennial Hills campus, Mr. Cameron Kilday, and in the team recipient, the Hicks-Richburg team. Congratulations to Cameron, the Hicks-Richburg team in bronze medalists. Look at them. Hey, hey, yeah, baby. Congrats. Nice to see you. Cameron, you're looking good. What's in the cup? What's in the cup, Cameron? What's in the cup? Never mind. I know what's in it. Okay. In the next category is silver medalist, which is second top in listings taken for all of Coldwell Banker Premier Realty in 2020. And in the individual category from our Centennial Hills campus, congratulations to Miss Tina Mello. And also from the Centennial Hills campus, congratulations in the team category to the Kaori Guerrera team. Congratulations. Woohoo, Tina. You look fabulous. Kaori, you are missing a lot of awards. But she's got the camera on. Love you, girl. Okay, and now to the number one in top listing individuals within Coldwell Banker Premier Realty. And this is the gold medalist, and we're going to recognize the two. Oh my gosh, it's an office thing, a campus thing. In the individual category, congratulations to Miss Brenda Fisher for the most listings, and the team recipient is the Kiefer Lester team. So congratulations to you all, Kiefer Lester team and Brenda Fisher. Awesome work, awesome accomplishment, good for you. Okay, the next category is taking it to the GCI standpoint, and we recognize our top 10 in gross commission income, both in individual and team category, and then we work up to the medalist of each of those categories. So ladies and gentlemen, help me in congratulating from number 10 to number 4, the gross commission income leaders for Coldwell Banker Premier Realty. And in the individual category at number 10, Paula Burleson, and in the team category for number 10, the Zanoni Gwynn Group. Congratulations to Paula Burleson and Zanoni Gwynn. Hey, I see a lot of other people, but congratulations to them. And in the next category at number 9, we have in the individual, Miss Brenda Fisher, and in the team category, the Cooper Catal team. There they are. That's what's going on. And at number 8, individual, Tina Mello. And at number 18, the Taylor Lalikas team. Congratulations to you. And at number 7, the Lorley Wood, that's right, individual, and the Mike McNamara group as the team. And at number 6 in individual income is Zachary Walkerlieb. And at number 6 for the team is the Crowder team. Congratulations to you. At number 5, the Hannadam Nardelli, the Hannadam Nardelli in the individual category, and the Moretti team in the team category at number 5. Congrats. And in number 4, we have got the Brandon Butel as the individual leader in income, and the Hamrick group as individuals in from an individual team category. Hi, Brandon. Hi, Vanessa. You can see Brandon is right where he wishes he was, out there in the country, riding his razor and enjoying life. Vanessa, you're right where you want to be, in your office. So congratulations to both of you on being in the top 10 for income. And now we're going to the bronze category. And it's awarded to the top 2 individuals in bronze income. And so at number 3, representing our Sahara campus, congratulations to the individual recipient, Mr. Nick Lehman, and in the team category, the Hicks-Richburg group. Congratulations to Nick and the Hicks-Richburg group. There they are. Woohoo! Good stuff. Congrats. The next category is silver medalists, and these are the top 2 income earners for Coldwell Banker Premier Realty, the number 2 in the individual and team category. From our Green Valley campus, it's a Green Valley sweep. We're going to see if Kaori's back, but it is Cameron Kilday in the individual category and the Kaori Guerrera team in the team category. Congratulations to our silver medalist in GCI. Hey, Cameron. Yeah, Kaori's still not back. Oh, my God. Hey, Cameron, will you run down the hall and get Kaori and tell her to show up? All right. Now we are at number 1. The number 1 earners for Coldwell Banker Premier Realty in GCI in both individual and team categories. Whew. The best of the best. These are those that worked it, did the right things, and got the results that they often always get. The number 1 income earner for Coldwell Banker Premier Realty as an individual 2 years ago was a runner-up. 2 years ago was a runner-up for Rookie of the Year. And this year, ladies and gentlemen, he is the number 1 earner. From our Sahara campus, congratulations to Clark Kiat Ong. So proud of you, and the number 1 earner from a team category from our Green Valley campus, the Kiefer Lester team. So congratulations to Clark and the Kiefer Lester team. And I am not moving from this spot until I see Clark Kiat Ong and the Kiefer Lester team. I am not moving. Yeah, see? All right, there's the Kiefer Lester team. Here, congratulations. And now where's Clark Kiat Ong? Where's Clark? Clark, where are you? I'm telling you, I'm not moving. I can make these demands because I'm like that. I asked for Perrier, but I didn't get it. Okay, I guess Clark. I see, maybe Clark went to pee. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to recognize and work up to our number 1 recognition for Coldwell Banker Premier Realty on an annual basis. And it is the Marilyn Squitieri Award. And it is awarded annually to a tenured sales or support person who consistently demonstrates high standards of service, production, and leadership. The award is presented in honor of Marilyn Squitieri, Coldwell Banker Premier Realty sales associate who was a leader in the Las Vegas real estate community from 1983 to 1995. Marilyn Squitieri has been a close friend to Coldwell Banker Premier Realty ever since joining in 1983 and retiring in 1995 and to now. She is respected by everyone that knows her, and every year more and more people get to know her. And on the next slide, you'll see that she was recognized over and over again in the newspaper. Yes, there was a newspaper as being the number 1 agent throughout Coldwell Banker Premier Realty. It was much more than production, though, for her, and this award recognizes individuals beyond production as well. Service, giving back to the community, and giving back to our wonderful organization. Marilyn Squitieri, we could not have a better person to recognize as this, to have the namesake of this wonderful award. And as we have for the last several years, I'm excited to share with you Marilyn Squitieri virtually sharing a few words with all of you. So listen, and I would suggest you take notes.
Mr. and Mrs. Hamrick, invited guests, Coldwell Banker Associates and staff, hello again. The year 2020 was ushered in with much political and economic expectations. The exuberance with champagne corks popping, celebrating and dancing in the streets, and spectacular fireworks were soon supplanted with anxiety and fear with the onset of COVID-19. Jobs were lost, businesses were closed down, educational systems were halted, supermarkets were establishing new criteria for food shopping, real estate was brought to a new paradigm for operating. Virtual became the new norm. It is obvious that surviving in this new world required adjusting. It is difficult to deal with one change, but now the whole apple cart was overturned. Some have dealt with this better than others, but it has been difficult. Perhaps some of you were personally afflicted with the virus. Innovation was the new buzzword. Your home had to become an office, an educational complex, and a house of worship. You became an employer, an employee, a teacher, and a preacher. The choice was to accept the status quo or deal with the changes that had to be made. The mindset was one of being fixed or devising a plan and strategy to move forward. Dealing with disappointment and change has been studied. Dr. Carol Dweck, a renowned Stanford University psychologist, has studied how to deal with adversity and challenges and has written a book entitled Mindset. It delves into both fixed and growth mindsets. To understand the differential between the two, she gives the following example. One day you go to class you enjoy and is meaningful to you. The professor returns your midterm paper with a C+ mark and you're disappointed. On your way home you find you've gotten a parking ticket. Being fully frustrated, you call your best friend to share your experience and your friend brushes you off. People with a fixed mindset would feel rejected, feel they were a total failure, feel they were an idiot, worthless and dumb, and everyone is better than me. This type of individual feels his or her competence and self-worth is lessened. Life is unfair and all efforts are useless. Their coping mechanism is to do nothing, stay in bed, eat chocolate, cry, pick a fight, break something, etc. People with a growth mindset when dealing with the same scenario said the following. I need to try harder in class, be more careful when parking the car, and wonder if my friend was having a bad day. The C+ grade tells me I have to work a lot harder, but I have the rest of the semester to pull up my grade. Study harder, request a conference with the professor about what was wrong on my exam, pay my parking ticket. Even though people with a growth mindset feel distressed, they are happy to take the risks, confront the challenges, and keep working at them. Michael Jordan has been acclaimed by many as the greatest basketball player of all time. Although he was cut from the high school varsity, rejected by the college he wanted to attend, and was not recruited by the first NBA teams that could have recruited him, his mental toughness prevailed. After the varsity rejection, his mother admonished him to be disciplined. He would leave his house 6 a.m. every morning to go and practice. In college, he constantly worked on his weaknesses. His coaches were amazed as his dogged practice and said of him, "He is a genius who constantly works to upgrade his genius." His success stems from a growth mindset that outweighed his physical advantages. Ability alone cannot get you to the top. It takes character. His peers recognized him as being unparalleled. Magic Johnson said of him, "There's Michael Jordan, and then there's the rest of us." Every day, life presents challenges, rejections, disappointments in our work, family, and friends. Do we accept it, or do we apply growth mindset initiatives for a better outcome? In closing, imagine someone who presents themselves as always happy, has a constant lilt in their voice and smile, a grateful gait, is frequently clapping hands, and always expressing motivation and inspiration. You at Coldwell Banker are most fortunate in having Bob Hamrick, Mr. Positivity, as your broker, who is the epitome of the growth mindset. Thank you, God bless you, and have a productive day.
Wow. That was very special, as it always is, and even most appropriate, as it always is, but this time probably more so than ever, to the world that has changed, and again, the way in which each and every one of you have adapted to it. But I'm excited to recognize one person, and before we get to recognizing that one person, let's recognize a bunch of them. And that is the past recipients of our Marilyn Squitieri Award recognition. Look at this wonderful screen of individuals that represent Coldwell Banker Premier Realty and have done so in amazing style. The Marilyn Squitieri Award recipients are there. Congratulations and thank you for continuing to carry the torch that is the Marilyn Squitieri Award responsibility, if you will. And you'll see the last person on that category is Ms. Tina Mello. And last year's recipient was Tina Mello, and we asked Tina to share a few thoughts with us with regard to what that award meant to her, as well as the individual that is going to be recognized today. So Tina Mello, take it away.
Hello, my Coldwell Banker family. I miss seeing you all in person, but for now, it's nice seeing you virtually. And congratulations to all the 2020 award winners. When I won this award, I was both surprised and deeply touched. To me, it meant someone that I respect, love, and look up to noticed something in me. And that's always a blessing and something I am grateful for. Thank you, Bob and Molly. I am convinced that our happiness or unhappiness depends more on the way we meet the events of life than the nature of the events themselves. And the person they selected this year lives that sentiment. I have watched my friends soar in their business and couldn't be more excited they were chosen for this year's Marilyn Squitieri Award. Congratulations.
Wow, Tina. How fortuitous now that you have listened to Marilyn Squitieri's message and your message. Synonymous, although synopsized in your portion of the presentation. Yes, it is really how we adapt to the challenges and what we do with the problems that exist in our world. And you're right, this person exemplifies that extremely well. It is my honor to recognize this year's Marilyn Squitieri Award recipient. This person started their real estate career in 2004 and with Coldwell Banker Premier Realty. They have contributed to our industry, community, and company in countless ways, including serving twice on our Associate Advisory Council, as well as always saying yes to sharing knowledge and experience with our fellow sales associates. While personal production is not the only criteria for this award, she meets that requirement with stars and has earned all Coldwell Banker Award levels, including Sterling and Diamond Society, President's Circle, and President's Elite. She achieved a Circle Award as well as top 10 GCI status for the last decade and has been a medalist in sales, listings, and GCI 9 times. She is a global luxury and high-rise specialist. She may know who she is now, and has been recognized by the Women's Council of Realtors multiple times as a top 25 woman in real estate. She is Mike Ferry coached and queen of CBPR statistical reports, especially the holidays are no holiday. She is a lifetime Las Vegan and former showgirl for the Folies Bergère. On a personal note, I'm very proud and honored to call her my good friend and loyal confidant. She has been an amazing representative of Coldwell Banker Premier Realty. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me congratulate and recognize our Marilyn Squitieri Award recipient for 2020, Miss Diane Varney. Hi, Diane. Mwah, mwah. I am so happy for you. It is so well earned. Congratulations to you. I think when we push a button, Diane, you're going to see a few people that you know and love, and they are so proud of you and your accomplishments. They have been sitting back in a separate room to show up now, and if technology serves us correctly, you are going to see some people that you know and love. And I have been given this sign a few times, so I don't know if we've got a timing issue. But Diane, you're going to have the opportunity next week at our sales meeting to share your thoughts with regard to the recipient or receiving this award. Obviously, we're doing it virtually, so it's hard to be able to unmute you to make that happen. But I am waiting, and I'm looking for a sign from our producer or anyone else, because this is very, very special and important to grab these people. Diane, how you doing, Diane? Give me a thumbs up. Looking good. You feeling like you're in Hawaii behind you and that wonderful graphic that you have behind you? Okay, this is where I sweat. This is like a really cool award. And we've got some fabulous people. I invited some of your friends, Diane. I invited people that you're going to be extremely... I invited your neighbor when you were growing up with them down the street. Maggie, yes, and others. I need some direction. Standing up there alone. Hey, have I ever talked about flop sweat? Flop sweat is what happens when you flop and you just start sweating like crazy. I'm not sweating. No, not me. No flop sweat here. Somebody talk to me. We scrapping it? Scrapping it. Oh my gosh. All right, Diane. I am so sorry that we have not been able to deliver this the way in which we wanted to. I had it planned out and it was going to be fabulous. But your son, Shane, has been a conspirator in this entire process, and he helped us identify some of your closest friends who were going to pop up on the screen all around you and be able to wave and applaud for your success. So congratulations, Diane, and please, I look forward to congratulating you in person and also hearing from you at next week's sales meeting. Congrats once again to Diane Varney. All right. That, ladies and gentlemen, concludes the awards portion of our awards ceremony for 2020. And I am excited now to transition into the introduction. Oh, wait a minute. I think there was some other slides we were going to have with regard to what's up next. Yeah, we're pleased to have, yes. Oh my gosh, look, there's Shane. That looks good. All right, that helps. What's up, Shane? All right, I need to have some other videos popped up. We're going to have a congratulations. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we do wrap up our awards portion, it gives me, well, I guess, honor to have some of the top brass from Coldwell Banker National share a few words with all of you. So take it away, Mr. Ryan Gorman, leading it off.
That was so fantastic. Congratulations once again to all the award winners. Absolutely incredible performance in a time of, we talk about miracles and mayhem, man, the Vegas market has been crazy for so long, but you're kind of used to that. I think you've found a way to live with that and thrive in the mayhem. Congratulations to you all. You know, last year was my first time attending this event, met a lot of the award winners then. To see many of the same names grow their production even more, somewhat incredibly, in 2020. We talk about turning last year's ceiling into this year's floor. Man, you're doing it. As usual, Coldwell Banker Premier, Bob, Molly, and the whole gang are leading by example. We are thrilled to follow your lead and support you in your growth. Can't wait to see what you're going to do in 2021. And I brought some friends. Liz.
What an extraordinarily talented group of people. We're so excited to share this time with you. I cannot get over the number of office, agent, and team designations. Truly remarkable. And I want you to know Bob and Molly are constantly making sure we're doing absolutely everything for you, the amazing agents of Coldwell Banker. Thank you for everything you do. What a great year. David.
2020 was a crazy year. Incredible, though, and thank you for making it such a successful one, everyone with Coldwell Banker Premier Realty. I'm excited for what 21 has in store. We're going to see our rebrand shine like no other, just like you made it do last year, but even on a bigger scale. You're going to see us on March Madness, across Food Network, HGTV, Hulu, YouTube. We are going to own the voice of the customer this year across Coldwell Banker, and I'm excited to share it all with you and hopefully get to see you in person at some point in the coming year. To wrap things up, kick it over to Lindsay.
Hey, CV Premier, what a show. That was so awesome. Like everyone said, we can't wait to be back with everyone, but it was so nice to be part of this virtually. 2021 is going to be our best year ever. I just feel it. I know it because of the energy that you bring every single day. Keep doing what you're doing. We are enjoying telling your amazing stories of success. And don't forget to keep generating great awareness for our St. Jude program. We are so excited. We're getting closer and closer to our $250,000 goal, which I know we're going to smash because we do everything really big. So keep doing what you're doing. We wish you all the best in a great year ahead.
I love it. Thank you, crew. Thank you once again for allowing us to be invited. You know, there's some silver linings to this whole virtual world, and that's that all four of us got to actually join the celebration this time around. So we cannot wait to see you in person. That's Bob, Molly, and the entire crew. As Liz said, they hold us accountable to delivering for you, and we also want to celebrate with you again at Gem Blue in October, hopefully in person in New York City, Radio City Music Hall. It's going to be epic. No matter what we do, it's going to be epic in 21. Just as Lindsay said, this is going to be a fantastic year. Wall-to-wall Coldwell Banker, what David mentioned, and Coldwell Banker Premier, again, leading the charge throughout Vegas, inspiring well beyond, around the country, around the world. We're thrilled to be with you again. Thank you, folks. Congratulations again to all the winners.
Thank you, Ryan Gorman and company of Coldwell Banker Corporation. We sincerely appreciate you taking the time to join us for this event. And once again, I want to congratulate all the award winners and everyone else that joined us for this session to celebrate the amazing accomplishments of everyone within Coldwell Banker Premier Realty. It is time now to transition to our guest speaker. I'm very, very excited to introduce him, and I want to take you back a few months to how this came to be. One of my good friends, Tom Ferry, and I were having a conversation about different books that we were reading. Now, for those of you that really know me, I don't read books, but I do listen to them. And I had the opportunity to share with him a few books that I had been enjoying, and he shared with me some that I needed to enjoy. And at the very top of his list was The Alter Ego Effect and by Mr. Todd Herman. He shared that with me and said, by the way, I know Todd, and I'd be happy to introduce you. And I said, hey, Tom, let me make sure it passes the muster. So I went and I listened to that book, And then I listened to that book, and I listened to that book, and I reached out to Tom and said, please introduce me to Todd, and I would love to have him as our featured guest at our upcoming award ceremony. And now, ladies and gentlemen, through all of that, it is happening right now. So Todd's professional programs are delivered annually to over 200,000 professionals in 73 countries. Named by the Boston Herald as a training superstar, Todd has been featured on the Today Show, PBS, Sky News Inc. magazine, CBS, and Business Insider, among others. Originally from Alberta, Canada, Todd now lives in New York City with his wife and 3 children. And I ask all of you, if you have questions that you would like to ask of Todd, put them in the chat and we'll make sure that we have them. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, sit back and enjoy the author of the Alter Ego Effect. Sorry, the author of the Alter... Hey, you know what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mr. Todd Herman! There he is. It's happening. We can't hear you. Hey, Todd, you're looking great, though. You're looking awesome. I love the background. Hold on. It's just a sound thing. We've got him.
All right, let me know.
Hey, yes! We hear you!
There we go.
Woo!
All right.
How are you, buddy?
Okay, so, well, thanks, Bob. What I was saying was it's great to be here with everybody. One of the fun things about Tom is that my book has exploded into the real estate world, and I appreciate the opportunity to come in and work with agents. Some of my best friends are agents in New York City and around the world. And so hopefully with the presentation today, I can help more than one person win the battle for yourself. You're a unique group of people because you're people who, just like my clients in professional sports and executives and CEOs and public figures, you're underneath the white hot light of performance, right? You know, there's an opportunity for resistance and rejection that's out there, and you know, you can't hide whether or not your numbers are going up or they're going down, and all of this can feel like a lot of weight and pressure on someone. And so where I've made my living for over the last 23 years is in between 6 inches of people's ears. And through that process of helping people with peak performance, whether it's New York Rangers, the New York Yankees, Real Madrid, PGA players, executives just like Bob, and leaders in sales around the world as well, is, you know, there's 3 kind of categories that I look at. There's the mindset side of things. There's the strategy that we use that's out there. There's the execution, our ability to go and do these things. And through it all, there was one lesson that I learned when I started working with more and more elite people. And it was that the very best of the best, after about 4 years of doing this in the early 2000s, it seemed to be that they had this phrase that they would use. I have an alter ego. I've got a secret identity. I've got a performance identity. And they'd use all the same words, and they were all the ones who were consistently performing at peak levels. So that became interesting to me. So I started developing this process for how to actually build an alter ego. And the great thing for all of you that are listening today is what I'm going to bring to you. I'm a science guy. There's a lot of self-help and personal development books that are out there, and some of you may have read some of them, where when you're reading them, you're like, this isn't like, it's not clicking for you. Well, there's a whole set of psychological principles that are already baked into how we already operate, that when you just start flicking these switches for them, success starts to be less resistant. There's less friction in the way that you show up. And using an alter ego, and when I walk through this process with you today, hopefully you'll see how just natural it is. It's not about being fake. It's not about faking it till you make it either. And so what I want to show you today is some examples and show you how you can start using it in your own world to show up in more heroic ways, with more grit, more perseverance, and a lot more grace in the process, and a little bit more playfulness. Life is serious enough as it is. I'm naturally baked as a pretty serious person. My mom would tell you that anytime she drove me around, when I was a kid, she would say, "Can you smile?" And I'm like, "I'm not unhappy. I'm fine. I just like to ruminate on things. I'm a problem solver in my head." So this, for me, even became this playful way that I could show up and actually lead this life that I wanted to lead. So I don't know how many of you have ever seen the documentary on Mr. Rogers, but there's this great moment in this documentary where his wife comes on and she's sharing this story about Mr. Rogers. And I'm going to play a video for you right now. And it sort of encapsulates this great point that Fred Rogers makes about his experience of using his puppets to find himself in some way.
Daniel was pretty much Fred. He did all the voices, but I think Daniel was the real Fred. It's a lot easier, even as an adult, for me to have Daniel say, "I'm really." You know, that would be hard for me to say. I'm really scared. You think you'd be with me? So the difference from here to here, that doesn't seem very far, but it was efficacious, to say the least.
Bob, quick question for you. Did you guys hear the audio okay?
I apologize. No, we did not.
Okay. So I won't play the videos that I've got prepared for you guys today. I can talk through them. So what that was during this part of the documentary, his wife said, Daniel Tiger was the real Fred. It was this softer side of him, but that's who he really wanted to be. And then it cuts over to Mr. Rogers, Fred, and he said, he's holding up the puppet. He said, it'd be really hard for me to say I'm scared. As a grown adult, that might seem weird to other people. But the moment I put on the puppet, I could say, and I could talk through all these emotions that people are actually feeling. And then he said, and this is like the mic dropper for every single one of us. He said, it doesn't look like it's very far between here and here, right? To say that from my mouth coming out of Daniel Tiger, it doesn't look like it's very far, but I can tell you it was very efficacious, right? I'll say it again. It doesn't look like it's very far between here and here, but I can tell you it was very efficacious. And that's been my experience. People that have used this concept to help create transformation in their lives, that's been their experience. Is we all get trapped by some sort of identity, some sort of thing that we describe ourselves as, a narrative, I'm from this area of town, I'm black, I'm white, I'm Asian, I'm a female, I'm a male. There's things that, there's all these narratives that we all have to live under the weight of sometimes in society, and they trap you. That's what I talk about in chapter 3 of the book, how there's this trapped self that's there. And the reason it feels trapped, because it's the number one word that top performing people feel when they feel like they've got more capabilities that they've got available to them, but they're not showing up on the field of play. They're not doing them. It's trapping. And then what happens is we read some psychology books and we start to see that, man, there's so many reasons as to why this could be happening. And what I call that is tumbling into the cobwebs of pop psychology. I get it. There's many reasons why all of us could be trapped and not performing to our levels. If you want to go and do hours and years of therapy, go right ahead. There's value in that for some people. But me, working with top performing people like all of you, you don't have time to go and stand on the sidelines of life and wait for yourself to be fixed before you can get back out there and perform. And so for me, the fastest way that I can help make change happen for someone who calls me up on a Wednesday before the US Open starts in Flushing Meadows in New York City is to change the identity. Because the moment you change the way that you see yourself, everything changes with it. And so what Mr. Rogers found was by him just simply acting through Daniel Tiger, he got to show up in the world more fully, more wholly, more aspirationally to other people, more inspiring to other people, more motivating to other people, because he could actually start to say the words that he wanted to say. Now, I'm not saying all of you have got to go around and sign deals with sock puppets on. That's not what's there, because there's a whole bunch of other ways that you can make this happen. So, it's pretty hard to argue with the success of Mr. Rogers, right? Inspired millions of children over the course of 40 years. So, quick question for all of you as we get into this. Have any of you ever heard of something called the Stroop test? Probably not. It's actually an eye test that optometrists will give people. So on the very next page is, or slide, is a set of words. Okay, a set of words, and on there it's going to be the word of different colors. So there's going to be yellow, red, blue, green. Now, what I want you to do during the Stroop test is each word is actually colored differently than the word itself. So the word orange might actually be in blue text. What I want you to do is go through this group of words and state the colors that the word is done in. See how fast you can do it. That's a Stroop test. So, hope you're ready. Get after it. So, how you should be reading this is red, yellow, purple, green, blue, purple, red, orange, green, blue, yellow, purple, right? So what makes this hard is that our brains process the words before they process the colors. The colors is the secondary thing. All right, so Todd, why are we doing Stroop tests here? Okay, well, because it ties into what I want to talk to you about. So the Kellogg School of Management did a test with a group of college students, and it shows the power of a white coat. What they did was they brought a bunch of students into a room, and they had this Stroop test up on the wall. And individually, they wanted to see how fast they could do the Stroop test and how many mistakes they would make. So individually, these kids go through this test and they track the results. Then they bring in a second group of students. This time, they handed them a white coat, except it was, and they told them it was a painter's coat. Okay. And they said, put on the painter's coat. We've got a test for you. So they put on the painter's coat. They get up to the Stroop test. They do their little test and they track the results. How fast they did it and how many mistakes they made. Then they move that group out and they bring in a third group. And this time they hand them the exact same white coat, except this time they tell them that it's a lab coat or a doctor's coat. They say, put it on and come do this Stroop test. So they go and they do it and they track the results. Now, what were the differences in the test? Well, the people who wore the painter's coat had the exact same results as the people who were just in their plain clothes. Nothing changed. But the people who were in a doctor's coat or a lab coat were able to do the test in less than half the time, and they made less than half the mistakes as everyone else. Now, they weren't smarter coming in, but what they did do is they activated a natural occurring part of every single one of us. If Bob was standing at the podium and he was in some sort of Milli Vanilli or MC Hammer jumpsuit, your level of sort of like respect maybe for him might change slightly, okay? Now, if you knew Bob and he was a goofball, and maybe that wouldn't mean anything. But if you're meeting Bob for the first time, he's going to have to overcome a couple of things if you're going to take him seriously as the CEO of one of the top realty agencies in America, okay? So why is that? That's because all of us have something called enclosed cognition. What that means is, and you can write that down, enclosed cognition is going to make you sound really smart around the dinner table or at your next wine mixer, whenever that can happen. What it means is that we as human beings, we add story, narrative, and meaning to the clothing and articles and artifacts that other people wear. So when a doctor walks in the room, we all make the assumption automatically that the person might be smart, detailed, methodical, careful, educated, right? And maybe some people don't because they had a bad experience with a doctor, and so theirs is actually more of a negative one. But for the most part, that's how most people think about doctors. Now, the crazy thing is, and this is what happened in the Stroop test and the power of a white coat. When people put on that white coat because of enclosed cognition, what they did was they activated the traits of being detailed, methodical, and careful. Now, when you're doing that test, what the interesting thing about it is, if you want to be successful at the Stroop test, you know what you need to be? Detailed, methodical, and careful. But when you add the painter's coat on, because the painter's coat means that you're creative, you're expressive, and you're imaginative. Those aren't the three qualities that help you be successful with a Stroop test. Enclosed cognition. We as human beings add story and meaning to the things that we put on and wear, and it happens unconsciously. Right? This is why I can go in to any professional sports team, a professional athlete, a public figure, a leader, and I can get results faster than other people because I don't fight the brain. I want to use the naturally greased slides that are already there. I just have this playbook of how to make it happen. So my question for you is, if you're leading a team of people, do you have a uniform that you wear? Do you wear the exact same thing that you wear when you're around your kids? Because here's what I can tell you, you're under-indexing in your performance. Statistically undeniable. You create a uniform for how you show up in the world in specific areas of your life, you're activating peak performance because it's the way that your brain wants you to work with it. So they did another test, this time the painter's coat, and they gave them a creative test that they had to paint something. The people wearing the doctor's coat, even though it was the same coat as the painter's coat, people who said they had the doctor's coat on, they didn't do the test anywhere near as good as the people who were told they had a painter's coat on. Okay? You know, probably showing up in a beautiful three-piece suit with a pocket square won't activate the traits of being a powerful father for someone. I've done a lot of work with Navy SEALs, Rangers, and Green Berets. One of the biggest things, the first thing I do with all of them, if you don't have a uniform that you put on when you get home to your families, because you've got the highest divorce and domestic violence rates amongst any profession, you're not activating the super dad or super mom that could be showing up there, because you're bringing home the traits of someone wearing this Marine uniform, and you're continuously acting through that around your kids. Here's what's going to cause friction with your kids. Act like a hard-charging Green Beret or Navy SEAL around them. That's not what's going to activate the growth capabilities of a child. So that's just one thing. Keep this in mind. Do you have a uniform that you wear specific to a specific field of play or a role that you play in your life? Because it'll help you win. So to move forward, I already talked about why. Here's one for you. Human beings will always act through whatever they associate themselves with. Your identity shapes your reality. Take a picture with your phone on this one. I'm telling you, this will help you level up as a leader, as a coach, as a mentor, as a parent. You always keep this in mind. Human beings will always act through whatever they associate themselves with. Your identity shapes your reality. My job when I'm working with leaders, when people are coming through our training programs is, if I can reshape your identity, all bets are off. All the friction that stops most people from leveling up gets washed away. And I didn't have to change your habits, didn't have to change your behaviors, didn't have to change your attitudes, because all those things stack on top of your identity. The moment I change your self-concept, the moment I change how you see yourself, all bets are off. I got a buddy standing behind me, Superman. Why is that? Because he was a part of the alter ego that I developed when I first got into business. Because I lacked confidence. I wasn't articulate. I wasn't decisive. And so him and two other dudes, I mashed them all together, and that became my alter ego. And the name I gave myself was Super Richard. And I started wearing fake non-prescription glasses because that became my totem. That became my artifact. That became my white coat to put on. And it became a bit of a shield to this like insecure self that I started out with when I started this peak performance company back in 1997, where I looked like I was 12 years old. Who's going to believe a 12-year-old when he's standing on stage, right? Baby-faced, all that stuff. And it stopped me from booking gigs. It stopped me from approaching people. It stopped me from calling up people and trying to get some sort of speaking gig. But the moment I stepped into Super Richard, he became the advocate for Todd's stuff. Because I was good. I was good at what I did with young teenagers. That's who I worked with at the time. You got to believe that you're good at what you do. because that's a starting place. Do you have the capacity, the capability to walk someone through a home and allow them to see maybe a new vision for how their life could be living? Right? Because if you have that skill, great, now I can work with something. But is there another side of you, the promoter side of you, the sales side of you that's stopping you from getting out there and knocking on doors or calling up people, engaging with people, getting people on newsletters so you can communicate with them, whatever your strategy is? Well, then I need to find an advocate for that. I need to find an alter ego to help activate that side of you, because now you can level up. And now 23 years later, I've managed to work around the world, live around the world, work with some amazing people. But that guy behind me was there with me along the way. The power of our imagination. So to keep this moving forward, there's this great interview Tom Hanks had with Jimmy Kimmel. So another Mr. Rogers example. So Tom Hanks played in the movie about Mr. Rogers, Mr. Rogers. And he said during this interview that he actually thought Mr. Rogers was a bit of a goofball, kind of a crackpot, a little bit weird guy. He didn't really grow up watching him or anything like that. So, like any good actor, he got into real research. So he watched 72 episodes of Mr. Rogers. And he said at the end of those 72 episodes, you would have to be a pretty horrible human being to not fall in love with this man. And he talked about how there's this great line that he says that when you put on that red sweater, you feel like you're putting on Batman's cape and cowl. You feel powerful. That's exactly how he said that last part. You feel powerful. One thing I'm going to untap the lid on for all of you. You're going to see this example now everywhere amongst top performing people. Just these little examples, these little psychological switches that got flicked. So Tom Hanks could have never felt powerful putting on that red sweater and those blue shoes if he didn't watch and get to know Mr. Rogers, because there was no relationship in his head. There was no emotional connection in his head towards this guy. He was just a crazy crackpot dude to him. He changed the story of what this guy meant to him in his head, and boom, now a red sweater and blue shoes meant something very different to him when he put it on. That's a transformative quality that all of us have. Some of us have negative associations, negative stories, negative narratives about something that we do, right? We've heard it before. When someone says, when you think of a salesperson, what's the first impression that comes through your mind? And they go, oh, like smarmy car salesperson, pushy or whatever. If I change one word with all of you, it's going to change that meaning. And here's what it is. Bob, when you think of a professional salesperson, what goes through your mind? And I've done this on stages to big sales organizations. You know what changes? Or to people who aren't even in sales organizations, people go, oh, someone that's responsible, probably detailed, they care about what I want, right? When someone asked me that question, Todd, are you a salesperson or are you a professional salesperson? I was like, oh, yeah, I want to be the professional salesperson. It's like, yeah, because that's what you are. Because when I look at you, you care about other people. You don't try and push people into things that they're not ready for, that they're not right for, whatever. You already show up with those qualities. So I'm guessing that there might be some people out here that feel like they're under indexing. But here's what I know. You already got the qualities of someone who's a professional. Be the professional. That's changing the story. Because human beings were wired on 3 planes surrounded by a 4th world. We are mental, emotional, and physical, right? Mental, that's the knowledge, the ideas that we generate that are there. I'm going to skip over one. Then there's the physical. It's the behaviors, it's the actions, it's the to-dos, it's the things that we do, it's how we act out there in the world. Now, the problem is this middle plane, mental, emotional, physical. Here's what I'm going to posit to most of you here. Most of you already know how to be great at what you do. You already know. You don't need another seminar. Frankly, you don't. You might get some tactics and some tips here and there, but you don't need to really tweak that area. The issue is that you know what to do, but it's not somehow getting out onto the field of play. I'm not taking these actions. Well, you know what's causing the issue? There is a bridge that this idea has to walk out on to get onto the field. That bridge is emotion. That's why when I change the way that you relate to yourself, when I just simply install another identity between there, that identity can take that idea and absolutely hammer it home on the field of play because it's custom built to win. Put it on a white coat, feeling like a doctor is going to cause you to be more detailed and methodical on the field of play, right? You choosing a powerful uniform, the way that you dress, adding a story and a meaning about what it means to put this thing on every single day. I'm a professional when I put this on. I'm someone who listens when I put this on. Whatever the qualities are that you think are going to make you successful, that is going to change the relationship that you internally have with these ideas and these actions that you know to go take and get them out onto the field. It's a psychological, scientific, and biological fact. It is impossible to beat. You change the way that you relate to an idea, and the way the idea gets out onto the field changes. It's powerful. And the great thing is, gang, I don't have to send you through a training program to help make you this. You already know this. Every single one of you, undeniable fact, amongst the 7.5 billion people on this planet, have already played with the idea of an alter ego. Because every single child between the ages of 6 months and 7 years of age has played with this idea. You all did it. When you're pretending to be your favorite hockey player, basketball player, football player when you were 7 years old, 5 years old, fighting over with your brother or your sister about who could be who, right? Or when you see your grandkids or your own children on the couch and they're jumping off as if they're, Chase or Ryder or Marshall from Paw Patrol, or insert the name of any DC Comics or Marvel Comics hero, or when they're playing nurse or teacher or restaurant. It's a natural part of our creative imagination, and it's a way for all of us to go, hey, I wonder what I could be or do if I was like this person. And then we get a little bit older, and this part of our head starts to develop. The frontal lobe, it's where reasoning, judgment, critical thinking factor sits. And then you can start to project out into the future. Forethought starts to develop. That's what imagination is. That's what visualization is. Forethought starts to develop. And I go, I'm 8 years old now, and I look at the 10-year-old. Man, I can't wait to be a little bit more cooler like the 10-year-olds. And then we go, oh, I see what the 10-year-old is doing. And I'm going to do stuff like the 10-year-old is doing. And the 10-year-old looks at the 13-year-old. I'm going to start acting a little bit more like the older kids there. The 13-year-old's looking at the 16-year-olds. The 16-year-olds are looking at the 20-year-olds. And everyone's looking at people that they think have got it figured out. But here's what we all know now that we're a little bit longer in the tooth. They didn't have it all figured out. So I wonder how many people here have maybe shaped themselves into becoming something that isn't who they even are. That's why I laugh at people when they tell me, but is this about being authentic or this about authenticity? It's like, you don't even know what that is yet. The whole point of this is for you to find more of what you're capable of. You have no idea what is nested underneath all of these layers of story and narrative that you've got about who and what you think you are. You don't know. Self-awareness is one of the most powerful forces on the planet. People think they know. Here's what I know. I don't know everything there is about talk. But I can't freaking wait to find out. You know who's not going to dictate who's going to, who's not going to dictate how that shape? It's anyone outside. This is a me thing, not a you thing. I'm going to decide my path. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the inspiration of people that I find in literature, in movies, in books, in public figures, in friends, in acquaintances, and I go, you know what? Damn, there's something about Bob's enthusiasm that I like. I like that he sees more in other people than they see in themselves. That's a pretty powerful frame. What a legacy to lead or leave. To be able to leave someone feeling better about themselves after they've had an interaction with you. I like that enthusiasm. I'm going to borrow that. Now Bob becomes this little board advisor inside my mind. And I think about how can I activate that a little more? What would Bob do in this situation? Possibly. You all do this naturally already. Or you did it at some point in time. Now it's about getting back out there on the place so we can show up in the world more heroically like we really want to. You know, we're all naturally wired for impact, whether it's in business or whether it's in our homes, or whether it's, through our own ways that we challenge ourselves to be more physically, mentally, emotionally strong. And so we do marathons or triathlons or other things. It's natural for all of us. So What I want to just walk through quickly for all of you is just a part of the process of building out a super self, building out an alter ego to help you win on any field of play. So for me, this is just, you know, places that I've had the chance to be featured, like Bob had already said, you know, I've been featured on the Today Show. If you want to go back, NFL Films just did a documentary about me and the work I've done in NFL and the alter egos I've built just a couple of months ago, talking about Jerry Rice and Russell Wilson and Bo Jackson and a whole bunch of other people. But what I want to get into then is answering the question that some people have naturally is, what is an alter ego? Well, an alter ego, the word itself came from Cicero. And in a letter to a friend in 44 BC, he was the first one to coin the term. And Cicero, widely known as the greatest Roman statesman and philosophers to ever live. Okay? And so, smart guy. He said the alter ego is the other I or trusted friend within. And I'm sure Bob and all the people that are around you that help to try to like get you to level up talk about the value of mentorships, mentors, allies, good friends, good quality people, good coaches, right? So that's an external thing that we want to put around us to help us really live into a better version of ourselves. And yet, where's the only place where you spend 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 28 to 31 days of the month of the year? The 6 inches between your ears. And I don't live alone up here. I've partitioned off spaces in my head. There's apartments built for the people that I admire, want to grow into, or I'm borrowing parts. I like that thing that they do. Superman owns a spot up there. Joseph Campbell owns a spot up there. Benjamin Franklin owns a spot up there. Hugh Jackman owns a spot up there. I love how he shows up on interviews. Very playful. There's a whole host of people that sit up there. And so those are the trusted friends within. And then Epictetus, another famous philosopher, said, invoking the characteristics of who you admire most and adopting their manners, speech, and behavior as your own. There's nothing false in this. We all carry the seeds of greatness within us, but we need an image as a point of focus in order that they may sprout. I'll say that last part again. We all carry the seeds of greatness within us, but we need an image as a point of focus they may sprout. I'm a performance science guy. What is he saying now that we're in 2,400 years later about that? 70% of our brain is dedicated to the visual cortex. Having an image of what you want and what you see is important. You probably had it when you're showing people homes. You know, maybe the husband, maybe he's really good at like looking at a floor plan and imagining in his mind what things would be. And maybe the other significant other looks at it and goes, I just can't see it. So they need a model. They need a thing. Right? That's why walkthroughs, like virtual walkthroughs, Matterport or whatever, are like transforming, you know, everybody. Now everyone's on the same, okay, now I get it. Like now we walk through it. So it's because the visual cortex, giving someone an image. Me being very specific about the fact that this dude right here is standing with me. I already know what Superman looks like in my head. I grew up in the 70s. He's watching that guy. So it's already got emotional hold on my brain. So this helps to build that image. In fact, Warren Buffett just came out in an interview and said, the only thing he's found in common amongst the greatest leaders he's ever met, the only thing, they all have many things, traits, capabilities that help them become phenomenal leaders. But the only thing that they all had in common is they were very, very careful with who they chose to admire and model in their lives. One of the richest men, most successful people ever in finance, he says it. The only thing they all had in common as a leadership trait was they all were very careful with who they admired and copied. His word was actually copied, not modeled. So the breadcrumbs have been there forever. There's this, I don't know how many of you have seen this movie, Rocket Man, with about Elton John. Phenomenal movie. And there's this great scene in it where another performer says to Elton John as he's like transitioning from Reggie into Elton John, he says to him, sometimes you got to kill the person you were born to become the person you want to be. And the only thing I'd change about that is instead of you were born to be, is sometimes you got to kill the person you were shaped into being. Because when we were 5, 6, 7, 8-year-olds, we didn't get to choose who was around us. We get to choose the words, the phrases, and the comments that were given us, right? We didn't have the reasoning factor to believe that stuff and say, well, that's not me. But sometimes you got to kill the person you're shaped to become the person you want to be. And, using the power of what you've already got as skills in your mind to make that happen, what we're all gifted with already, the alter ego is all of us. We've already used this. So, there's been a very popular idea in the world of psychology and the spiritual teachings for the longest time called single self, which meant that the people who saw themselves as having one identity, there is only one Bob, and Bob shows up in all of these different areas, and he's the same dude. Bob with his family, Bob as the CEO, Bob when he's selling real estate, same guy. And the people who showed up that way, having one single identity, had the healthiest mental health, meaning that they had the lowest rates of anxiety and stress disorders and the lowest rates of depression. And so that was posited for 80, 90, 100 years. Single self, really pursue one identity. That's going to help you be successful. Now, I grew up on a big farm ranch in Western Canada, outside of Calgary, Alberta. Okay? So I come from a long line of very salt of the earth, pragmatic thinkers. Okay? There's a phrase that we have on the farm saying, well, that dog won't hunt. And there's an idea that gets thrown our way, and it just sounds too far-fetched. Well, that dog won't hunt. Well, when I heard about single self theory, I was developing myself as a performance guy. I was like, well, that dog won't hunt. Because my football player, my hockey player, very different competitor on the ice than they are off the ice. So it broke under the weight of just practical application, right? Doesn't work. Another one that's very popular, affirmations. People talk about it in a lot of self-help books. You even have leaders talking about affirmations. Do you know that affirmations for about 75% of people actually causes depression? University of Waterloo did a study on it. King's College in London did a study on it. Stanford Neuroscience Research Lab did a study on it. And I'm not saying people who have been saying it are misleading people, but they're not experts on it. Okay. Also, I-based affirmations, very weak. What's even more powerful? Never refer to yourself in the I. In my head, I've unwired that. Speaking in the third person to yourself, statistically and scientifically proven to up your performance. So instead of Bob saying, I'm a great leader, instead hearing with words, you're a great leader. Bob's a great leader. It creates an emotional disassociation. And there was a great study that was done in the UK where they took marathon runners. And everyone talks about the 19-mile mark, how that's where people break down. And they had one group say, I-based affirmations themselves. I can do it. I can do it. I can do this. Another group said, you can do this. Or insert name can do this. Bob can do this. Todd can do this. Jennifer can do this. Stephanie can do this. You know who broke personal best the most? Third person narrative. Hopefully you get a few takeaways from today about how you can actually use this a little bit better. Stop using I, because there is no one I. Single self theory broke. 12 years ago, finally, the world of psychology said, no, we've had it wrong. Multiple self theory is actually where it's at. When people see that they've got many sides of who they are, many identities, many ways that they show up, multiple selves, they've got the highest rates of mental health, lowest rates of anxiety and stress, lowest rates of depression. And I say all this because I want to halfway and break at this idea that somehow the alter ego is not the proper way to go about it. I don't know how many more people you need to see, whether it's Beyonce using sexual fear to overcome some anxieties and become one of the greatest performers in her category. Kobe Bryant using the black mamba to overcome his issues that he had when he was going through the sexual assault trial. And he felt like he was losing his edge. So he built the black mamba. That's when he built it. And how he built it was he was watching a bull, and on the screen in this one scene, the black mamba snake comes out, and Kobe goes, "Wait a second, that's what to take on the court." And then he did the next step, just like Tom Hanks went and researched in Fred Rogers. He went and researched the black mamba snake, and discovered, oh wow, look at all these amazing things that it does. Kobe knew more about the black mamba snake than most biologists did. And I know Kobe. I was actually in California with Kobe. We were going to bring the alter ego training into his father academy. I was 2 days away. I was meeting him on the Tuesday and he passed away on the Sunday. Kobe got all this stuff. So I just bring all this to you because the world of personal development and self-help, which is typically written by researchers, not practitioners, has been giving people a lot of really bad ideas to live successfully. This is just the fastest path. Changing identity, better off. So, key discovery for all this: people don't have one self; they have many selves on many fields of play. Think of it this way: you've got many roles that you play, and each role demands a different set of qualities. It's not about changing your values necessarily. It's about reshifting the focus of how you're trying to intentionally show up and be better in that role. It's not dishonoring because, again, most of us don't know who we are. We've been shaped into this person. We didn't choose it. Now I want to hack away at something that have clustered on to decide this person moving through life. So that's a key discovery. Another one: people don't act on their thoughts; they act on their feelings towards their thoughts. And most people are conditioned to seek safety. Probably one of the most popular slides that people screenshot. People don't act on their thoughts; they act on their feelings towards their thoughts, and most people are conditioned to seek safety. We're wired for safety. That's how human beings are wired. And so we need to break that. Just so you know, if you're a leader or a coach, manager, someone who's a parent, someone who's a mentor to other people, always remember this. This is the default state of human beings. They're conditioned to seek safety. So we need to break that. So just to find out this process and what we're working through here is, now that we know that it's actually very healthy to see yourselves as in many roles, many fields in life, when you're building out an alter ego this for the first time, or you're reintroducing yourself to this idea for the first time, is you want to identify the role. What's the role of your life where you feel the most frustrated possible? Start there. Is it salesperson? Is it promoter? Is it actually the parent at home? How can we bring some more playfulness? How can I be more specific about how I want to show up? Start there. Then you find your source code. Meaning, you go to, well, what are the traits and the abilities that I want to show up with here? What are those qualities that I want to have as a leader, or as a CEO, or as an agent, or as a broker, or as a parent, or as an athlete? Do you see yourself as an athlete? Are you frustrated with your fitness, your level of overall health? Well, that's because you've neglected this part of in your life. All of us have an athlete within. What if I went and hired an advocate for that side of my life? Probably one of the more popular things that you use the alter ego effect book for. So find your source code. What are those traits and those abilities? And the science of this. Martin Seligman and Christopher Peterson, the fathers of the positive psychology movement, did the largest study ever done on human beings and resilience in life and fulfillment. Resilience and fulfillment. And what they found was that the people who identified their core characteristics and they intentionally focused on activating those superpowers were more resilient and fulfilled. I'm not making stuff up. This is science. When you become very intentional that this is who is showing up with these qualities in play of my life, you're going to feel more fulfilled. Why is that? Because you're the one who's directing the traffic. It's because of someone else. You're the one who decided to show up that way intentionally. Right? Like me, when I said, I want to show up. So I was showing up, didn't have confidence. I wasn't very articulate. and I wasn't very decisive. Those were the three things I kept on identifying, and God was showing up in his business back when he was 21. And so I decided to change that. I needed to be more confident, resilient, and articulate. And then I thought about three people immediately. And that's how I intentionally showed up, so that I could actually sell more of my seminars or coaching engagements with young team athletes. And there's this, play the video. There's this great scene. Dane Cook, the comedian, Bert Kreischer, another comedian, and he talks about this moment where after a decade of him doing all these stadium tours, people really knew him as this introverted guy, and yet when he went on stage, he was this super extroverted guy, big movements, big motions, used the entire stage, super active. And he got off stage, and he said, off stage, I was like, wait a second, I've been playing me on stage the entire time. That's the real me. This introvert that I keep on thinking of, that's not me. I like being that guy. And so in the world of like drama or performance or acting, it sounds natural. People go, I get it for them. But what about in my world? You're no different. You're no different. Performance is performance. Performance is how you're showing up, right? And so now, how can I get people to show up powerful where they end their day and feel good about what just happened? So, just a little. I'm going to move through this quickly because we're crunching on time. Here's just a list of different superpowers that you can get. Decisive, adaptable, flexible, affectionate, agreeable, amicable, amusing, badass, whatever it is for you. Shopping list of different traits that people could be using to think about how do I really want to show up? And I would just say, don't pick more than 5. What are those traits that you want? Or you take it from who you're already inspired by. I already know who I'm already inspired by, and then great. What is it about them that's inspiring to you? What is it about the traits that you think, their qualities, their capabilities that you see that's inspiring to you? So you come at it from another angle. That's how you find your source code for this identity. It's not about being fake. It's the most real version of you that you could find. So then finally, for today, is identifying that tone, right? I talked at the very beginning about the importance of the white, the uniform. A totem is that idea. It's an artifact. It's the thing that you use to activate this self. I used glasses to do that. A white coat naturally did it for someone when they were told it was a doctor's coat. And there was this great study that was done at the University of Minnesota. Kids gave the power of controlled cognition. And what they did was they brought a bunch of students, 6-year-olds, into a room, and they had this puzzle box set up. Had all these padlocks all over it, and they gave the kids a set of keys, and they said, "Get after it. Let's see how fast you can unlock all these padlocks." So the kid gets after it, and then what they were tracking was how long they stuck it up, because what they gave them was keys that didn't work. None of them were going to get opened by any. Okay, they wanted to see what was going to happen with these kids. So they tracked the data, and they brought in another group of kids, and when they did, they rolled in a rack of Batman costumes and Dora the Explorer costumes. They said, hey, pick your favorite costume, put it on, and then we got a test for you. And so they picked out their favorite costume, they put it on, they gave them the keys. They said, okay, now go unlock all these padlocks. And what they found was the kids that were wearing the costumes stuck with the task way longer than the kids that were wearing regular plain clothes. But what they didn't expect was the self-talk that they were saying throughout. The kids that were in their plain clothes would say things like, oh, I'm not good at puzzles. This is too hard, so I'm going to quit, right? Listen to the words I just said. This is too hard for me. I'm not good at puzzles, so I'm going to quit. I-based speaking. Everything was about their identity. They were failing at this task in their own mind. Bob was failing at this. But how did the kids who had the costumes on talk? Very differently. Some of the kids, they actually had to physically stop them from doing the task because they were running out of time. Like, all right, let's just get this. It's been 15 minutes. This kid won't quit. But what they were saying was, Batman never quits, so I'm not going to quit. Dora the Explorer always finds a way, so I'm going to find a way. They disassociated from the failure. Now it was no longer them failing. They were being imbued with the qualities of Dora, imbued with the qualities of Batman. in clothed cognition. Cognitively, they enclose their mind in the traits and the abilities of Batman, just to create a nest egg right there for you about what that looks like. So what's your uniform? What's the thing that you put on? People use rings. The number one real estate agent, I spoke at Tom Ferry's event. Tom's one of my closest friends now. And after I spoke at this event in January of last year, an agent in Kentucky came out to me and he pulled out a wand. Really respected guy in the Tom Ferry world pulled out a wand and he said, I couldn't love that speech more. You know how I show up to all of my signings? I have this Dumbledore wand. He's a huge Harry Potter guy. And this guy's like 68 years old. You would never expect this guy. And everyone, like, there was this huge crowd that gathered around immediately and was like so enamored with this. Like, you have no idea some of the tools and the ways that people are navigating life and helping them be successful. I'm just pulling off the lid. I'm showing you from the very peak of the mountain how the top performers actually operate. And they play with this stuff. It's so powerful. So don't limit yourself. So to wrap it up here, there was a speech I gave a long time ago, back in 2004, and it was in front of this huge leadership event and San Antonio, Texas, and I talked about building young leaders is what I was talking about, but I talked just anecdotally, I talked about the story of me having this alter ego. And afterwards, this lady came up to me, great presence about her, and she said, I love your talk. Specifically, I love your example that you gave with your alter ego and how you used fake glasses, because Martin had fake glasses too. And I looked down at her little name tag she got around her neck, and her name said Coretta Scott King. Martin was her husband, Martin Luther, MLK Jr. And so she told me about how Martin had a pair of fake glasses that he put on, where he did all of his speeches. And his alter ego was the distinguished self, because he felt like he was in front of such a powerful movement and mission, didn't want his own insecurities to get in that way of that movement and that mission. So he put on the glasses, the right words he needed to say to lead a group of people towards nonviolent action. Now, if you go to Earnhardt, there is a monument and shrine in Martin that's there, and in that shrine, and it even says there on the Junior Foundation about how his glasses and how he stepped into this distinction. Now, me, on the other hand, I've got hundreds of thousands of stories from Elite use this. But when people ask about the video effect book, they go, "Oh, I get it. You put the glasses on the book because you wore glasses." And I go, "No, it's not that." "Oh, I get it, because Superman, he put on glasses to step into his alter ego Clark Kent, right?" And I was like, "Good guess, but no, that's not it. Those glasses are the exact replica to pay homage to Martin Luther King. That's why they're on there." Just as a signal, now that you know it, so many people, you have no idea how they use their mind to get to where they want to go, become legends in their own industries. So I just want to wrap with one final thing. It's okay, Bob, I know we're short on time, but I want to end this way with everybody. Your anniversary of my book. I wrote a children's book because my daughter Molly had experience when she was in kindergarten. Two boys had come up to her when she was playing on the playground. She wanted to play tag with them. And they said, "No, I can't play tag. It's too slow. Girls are too slow." Right? Little boys that, she interprets it. She's such a loving and happy kid. Her default state is joy. And I noticed that night at home that she was super off, wasn't eating her dinner. So I talked her in. We have this very specific process that we talk all of our 3 little kids in. And I said to her, I said, "Molly, did someone say something to you today?" Rule of thumb in life, when someone's really crap, typically another human being, right? And so she's like, "How did you know?" And I said, "Parents just stuff." And she's like, "Yeah, these 2 boys, I can't play with them because they're too slow." And they had a track and field meet on the inter-school thing, and they said that I shouldn't be running in the race because girls are slow. And I said, "Oh, this is," like, she got so mad at me. She was like, "Oh my dad, you're not supposed to be excited about this." And I said, "No, I'm excited about what's going to happen to those boys on Thursday." And she's like, "What do you?" I said, "Well, what's the fastest thing that you know?" Any of you have got kids? Paw Patrol was her favorite show. Paw Patrol, it's a story about pups. She got Chase. I'm like, "Oh yeah, Chase is really fast." She said, "No, Mighty Chase is really fast." I said, "Oh yeah, Mighty Chase is fast." I'm going to buy you a head. Put all of my nieces headband, but you can't put it on until it's time for the race. Okay? And so she's like, yeah. So I did all that, gave her the headband, she put it on. And my wife texted me, said, hey, Molly wants to FaceTime you. It's after the race on Thursday. And so she did, and I got my little iPad so I could record this. And Molly FaceTimes me, and she's like, I won the race. Boys. And she's like, no, I didn't win it. Mike Chase won the race. So anyway, I thought this idea is so powerful. I'm going to hold this on to just parents. This is for kids too. And so I wrote the kids book. And so I just want to read it to all of you now. And it's called For Me. Finding the courage for tough stuff. So sometimes things are hard, sometimes things are tough. Sometimes we try and it's still not enough. Things are heavy, they're scary, they're new, they're old, they're too hard, too loud, too hot, or too cold. When things are too something, too this, or too that, it get quite angry or sad. But then I remember that I'm never alone. I remember my power that's mighty and strong. A power so powerful it doesn't know fear. A power so mighty inside me right here. He laughs at the hard. He laughs at the tough. He laughs at a challenge. I gave him a name, for a name gives him might. His name gives him power to fight all my fights, to fight all my battles, to fight all my angers, my hurts, and my bads. I summon his powers. He quickly transforms. He's the wind. He's the force. He's a storm that loves challenge, big and small. My fears and my doubts, serves them all. Forever grateful and strong, embracing each challenge. Bring it on, oh you trouble. Bring it on, oh you fear. Bring it on, oh you doubt, because I am right here. I summon my powers. I quickly transform. I'm the wind. I'm the force. I'm Captain Storm. For I am the brave one. I show courage, stepping into my power, stepping into my. I can choose how I answer. I can choose what I think, what I say, how I feel. So it's up to me what I choose to believe and know my heroic self is a part of me. With my cape and my courage, and I'll conquer my fear. Captain Storm was me all along. Me. So there you go, gang. Contact. That's where you can find me. I hope this is valuable for all of you, and maybe you start to see yourself in a different way because of this. Reach out. Bob, thanks for having me.
Wow. Todd, thank you so very, very much. That was an awesome presentation. We appreciate you taking the time to join us, and we appreciate you being flexible with your schedule to squeeze this in around our timing. I just absolutely love when science backs up intuition. And I've felt like these things are true, but what you have proven is that they are scientifically true. And that's what's exciting, is when we find ourselves in those types of situations. So I absolutely love the book. I listened to it over and over again, and I know that this session is going to cause those that may not have purchased it to purchase it and be able to cause that to change themselves. We are short on time, but I'm going to ask you, if you don't mind, may I ask you just one question?
Absolutely.
Thank you. So in your book, you described one of the individuals that you were coaching, and she was a female tennis player, and I don't remember the details. But you described how she lost the games that she should win. And it had to do, to some extent, because she didn't like beating people. And so could you maybe describe that, elaborate on it, and perhaps share how that might show up in a real estate agent?
Yeah, so the story that you're talking about is a lady on the tennis tour who is widely known as being probably one of the best athletes out there. And her talent was just, and skill just exceeded everyone else. What she would do is she would get up on people out of the gate really fast. And then all of a sudden she would put off the break because she started to feel bad that she was beating people so badly. And when I started working with her, I was trying to figure out what's the little hitch up in her brain that's causing this. And it came down to, we were having lunch at Penelope, which is like this great little comfort food place in New York City. And the bill came, I grabbed it, and she's like, no, you grabbed it. You paid for the last 2 meals. And I said, no, I got this. And she got really angry. And she's normally a really sweet person. And in the moment, I was like, fairness is one of the top traits that she looks at the world through. Fairness and justice, which rules many people. That's not like a novel thing. But it's actually one of the things that causes many top performers to not go out there and give everything that they've got. So what I needed to do was change the nature of what fairness meant. And I said to her, and I'll just use Stephanie, I keep all of my private clients as aliases in the book even. I said, Stephanie, you're actually being terribly unfair to all those other athletes. Your view is that you don't make them feel bad or look bad because you beat them so badly. But think about how developmentally you're robbing them of an opportunity. If they don't get the full breadth of your skill set, your talent, emotion that you've got, your physical capabilities, you've now robbed them of the chance to see how much further they need to go, how much harder they need to practice to get to your level. That's a false story you're giving them. They don't deserve that. What they deserve is the absolute best of you. You don't stop hammering that ball back until the final match point is played. And so carrying this over into agents, right? Like I'm of the ilk that, Bob, if I find something with you and we're on a sales call and you had unpacked some issues that are having inside of Coldwell, your Realty, and I knew that I had this, Bob, you're not getting off that call until there's a deal done. Because I just have a fundamental belief that no one can touch my stuff. I don't care who you're all led by with other programs. I'm telling you, no one can touch our stuff. How I know this as well, our programs have won the Global Leadership and Skill Development Program of the Year twice. My team won the Global Training Team of the Year as well. Like, we back it up. To your point, intuitively, a lot of the things I said to you guys, you kind of knew it was there. I want you to walk away now with the conviction that it's the right thing to do. It is 100% scientific, psychologically, biologically how you're working. Now go freaking knock that ball out of the park. So as a real estate agent, doing a great disservice to someone, if you think you care about other people, do you know how many other agents are out there who don't give a shit? There's a lot of them. Don't let those people be devoured by the wolves that are out there. If I've got you, I've got you. And so approach that, believe within yourself that you got that. And so if you need the help of an alter ego, models in your mind, boards of advisors, characters in your head, whatever it takes to help you show up with the world in a powerful way, heroically, you go make that happen.
Amen. Well, that was awesome. And the only reason I asked the question was so I could maybe get a swear word out of you, because every time we've spoken, you've been dropping them all over the place, and this was the first one. So Todd Herman, thank you so very, very much for joining us today. We appreciate, again, your time. And to the rest of you, thank you so much, and congratulations on your amazing accomplishments in 2020, and you're already doing it in 2021. So we hope to be able to celebrate in person next year to celebrate your accomplishments. Thanks, everyone. Go out and do it again. Thank you, Todd, and thanks to all the rest of our guests. Bye-bye, everyone. Thanks for your time. See ya.
Thank you.